Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. I don't think I was connected on the first one. So, race week, right? We have a bunch of people from College Station going down to the Woodlands for Ironman, Texas. And I just want to go through this quick event preparation list. And I just want to share some of this stuff with you for race week. The biggest thing that that I read and that I see online is that you just don't want to do anything different than what you normally do in your training. So you're not going to go and try a new Mexican restaurant or a Thai restaurant or anything like that during race week. That's, common sense, right? You also don't want to cram a bunch of training in thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not fast enough, and I gotta go run sprints around the track because it's race week. So that's only gonna make you sore and tired and stressed. So you don't wanna, it is what it is, so let it be. It is what it is right now. So the best thing you can do is just let go. And you've worked hard up until this point, and go with that. You want to follow the taper schedule that I give you, because that by design is, there's a system for that. And so you want to follow your taper, like I said, and not do anything cray-cray that's gonna make you tired or stressed. So if it's an hour bike ride at Z2, then do an hour bike ride at Z2 and not Z4, okay? It's also, a lot of people like to do meditation or listen to motivating podcasts, or affirmations are huge. If you're nervous, you can get those on iTunes and download them to your phone and listen to them, when you're falling asleep at night or that kind of thing. So those are really helpful for the head game. So you want to give yourself a mental break where you either meditate or pray. I would pray, but that's up to you. You can read a good book and just settle yourself down and fill your mind with positive thoughts, okay? You want to double check your hotel or your house or your Airbnb, wherever you're staying. You want to double and triple check that during race week, because you can't afford for anything to fall through last minute or anything like that. So make sure your house is all good to go. Make arrangements for somebody to pick up the key, that kind of thing. Ask if there's sheets and towels and things like that, because sometimes you have to bring your own stuff. So really nail down your accommodations that week. Register at the appointed time. So don't forget to do that when you get down to the race site. Sometimes you have a certain time that you're supposed to go, which brings me really to the next thing on this list, and that is to really review your athlete guide. That is like the Bible for you this week. So make sure you read that cover to cover and really know where you're supposed to be when and what time your athlete briefing is. So don't forget about that. Which brings me to athlete briefing. So that's usually several pages long, but take 10 minutes and just read through it and know where you're supposed to be when. Sometimes if you miss a certain thing, you'll get penalized in some way. So make sure you're where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be, okay? Your gear bags. So if I look at this correctly, it's several different bags for like special needs, dry clothes. Think ahead of time, like the week before race week if possible, and make sure you have in your mind what you're gonna put in each one of those bags, okay? So it helps like to just write a list even for each bag. The other thing I wrote on here in addition to all of these is sleep. Now It's hard to sleep when you're excited for the next morning, if it's the night before the race. So I always tell people, like, the week of the race, really truly go to bed an hour earlier or sleep an hour later or whatever. Try to give yourself 9 hours the night before, because you're not gonna assume you're not gonna sleep well race night, the night before the race. So why not just give yourself 9 hours the night before that? And that way, at least you have some reserve built up. You get what I'm saying? So the more sleep, the better. Make sure you are hydrating like a banshee, especially if your race is gonna be hot. Like here, I think it's going to be around 80 degrees, so that's kind of hot. So you want to just be hydrating all week long, big time. And then as far as race morning nutrition, that's a whole other subject. But again, that is like nothing high in protein, not a lot of vegetables or onions or anything like that. It's super bland stuff like Special K, applesauce, you know, rice, white rice. You don't want anything high in fiber because it's going to go right through you. So anyway, those are my tips. If you are racing this week, I wish you tons of luck and all the best. And don't forget to save this video, and if you need to refer back to it, make sure you do. I hope you guys have an awesome race, and I will be posting later in the week.